Well, guys, clearly we got some prejudice going on. So, I just, uploaded a couple days ago my reaction to the Casper versus Bottle Rocket, Andy Uni Motorsports versus Uncle Tony's Garage, Big Money versus Budget Built. I uploaded my reaction to their race, right? I mean, you gotta take advantage of these things as they come up, right? YouTuber. But in doing so, I unintentionally opened up a can of worms that we're going to talk about. I uploaded the video. Uncle Tony actually shared it, which, awesome. Thanks, man. It helped out a lot. And because he shared it, a lot of his people came over to watch my video. Well, Uncle Tony apparently has some very, very faithful haters who like to criticize everything the man does. You see it from afar, right? Just kind of watching his stuff, being, halfway in the loop. You kind of see it. But it's different when they actually come and, you deal with them now. Needless to say, they're not exactly my biggest fans anymore either. Or rather, I'm not theirs, right? But I just kind of want to break down some of the criticisms, some of the comments, some of the, tinfoil hat ideas that they have posted in my video section, so fair game. And let's just go over a couple of these because I found them to be quite interesting. So here's a popular comment for you. People have such a hard time believing Uncle Tony and Bottle Rocket actually won this race. I mean, by thin margins, let me be the first to tell you, by very thin margins. But margins, nonetheless, won the race. And the $5,000, right? And 25 cents. People have such a hard time believing that it actually happened, that Andy must have thrown the race. Why would Andy throw the race, people? Because he didn't get a good hole shot out of the starting line? The truck ran like crap. Sorry, Andy. I don't mean to offend you. I like both of you guys. I do. I'm just saying what happened, right? Neither vehicle was at its peak performance during this race. People seem to think that they were. They weren't. Yeah. Bottle Rocket needs suspension tuning because of the whoop-de-doo, which, by the way, I figured out why it had the whoop-de-doo, because it lost traction. And when it lost traction, the front end was no longer getting pushed. It no longer getting pushed, no longer was rising up until it gained traction, rose up again. Hindsight is better prescriptions than these things are, let me tell you. So, no, why would Andy throw the race? Neither car was running good. You can hear the car not running good on the starting line. It wanted to die. Next comment. Yep. Another popular one right there. No money exchanged hands. Did you see money exchanged hands? No money exchanged hands. Didn't happen. Okay. Not in Uncle Tony's video, other than 25 cents.
I only accept the coin flip from a 90% pre-1964 constitutional quarter. And that is clearly... clearly
no silver
bogus.
There.
But let's look at a few other videos, two in particular. One from Andy, and one from the doctor.
Alright, so I'm a man of my word.
Yes, you are, sir.
There you go. 50 $100 bill.
We will do this again.
Oh yeah, we will do it again. 50 $100 bill.
Oh boy, I didn't even need my glasses on to see what happened there. You jumped the gun a little bit. You should have waited till everybody's perspective was uploaded. But I know what you're going to say, regardless. The people who are commenting these things, not the rest of us who know better, you're going to think that this was all staged. This is all for YouTube. That was just for the camera, right? That's going to be your next story. I mean, that can be your story all you want, but you know what you're really doing in this scenario? I don't know if you're trying to help Andy out or trying to make Andy feel better, or if you're just doing it for your own selfish desires to try to get at Uncle Tony by going through Andy. But what you're doing is you're saying Andy threw the race. You're saying that Andy never paid up the money, who, by the way, was the first one to put money on the race.
As you may have already guessed by now, Uncle Tony of Uncle Tony's Garage has challenged me and Casper at this. I think the rules are going to be off the trailer, no messing with it, whatever it runs, straight off the trailer. One and done. So, you know, that's about a 600-mile hike from my house, give or take, which would probably be about 9.5 hours. Which is not that bad. But if I'm going to tow my truck all the way to Missouri, I'm going to make it worth my while. So this is where I'm going to flip the script on you, Tony. I've got $2,000 in my back pocket right now that I'm willing to put on the line for this race. So it's up to you to accept that challenge, because now the ball is back in your court. Just saying.
Looked like he's the one who actually initiated the fact that money would get changed hands. And, frankly, not a small amount either. Started at $2K, rose from there, but that's what happens when a race takes this long to happen. Which is nobody's fault, but just circumstance. But you can't say that this man refused to pay up his own bet, say that he threw the race without desecrating his character. And that's just a bad thing for anybody to start doing, going through and desecrating other men's characters. You're not only going through him, saying he's a liar, fake, fraud, phony, but all the men around him, like David Vizard, like Uncle Tony, who you're trying to get to, but still, that's rude. All these other people surrounding this man, you're saying that he is a fake, a liar. And that just, I don't see it. I can be gullible, but I'd rather be gullible in my own happy land than reside wherever you guys are. Alright, and finally, this guy right here. This comment came about because we were talking about the bottle rocket, and it's completely unsafe suspension that is just completely unsafe, and you should never even step in the car, or let alone put it on any stretch of road anywhere, ever burn it. Topic. And during this long listed titled topic, it came up that anyone with one working brain cell could do better than Uncle Tony did. Needless, clearly Andy wasn't in that category, but, you required one brain cell, which clearly these people don't seem to think Andy has, because they've done Andy quite dirty so far. Sorry, Andy. The rest of us like you. Don't really care about what these people think. But this man just might have a point. He just might be able to work with the only one brain cell he possesses and build a car much faster than Bottle Rocket. And he might even have experience doing this. And the best way to find this information out? Let's go to his channel and let's look at the project car he is probably referring to. Well, that's quite disappointing, and frankly, my spirits are now down in the dumps. I thought I was going to learn something extraordinary and unlock some enlightenment, but I guess I'll just have to stick with the hail falling on my car. Well, that's just a couple of comments. I have plenty more. But we'll leave it at there for now. Have a good one. Oh, and I almost forgot about this guy. For Christ's sakes, buddy, just take care of the situation already. Get a BB gun.